Welcome. This is We Are Famous. I'm Simbo.
And I'm your man, CL. What's that?
What's up, big dog? You all right?
Yes, sir.
Look, man, I want to thank all the subscribers, all the new people who tuned in to check out We Are Famous. Go ahead, hit the like and notification button so you can stay informed on every time we drop shows. I know you're looking at my hat. I usually wear Houston, and I got on this 75/8. I know you like, man, what is that?
Yeah.
It's my hat size, man. So if anybody out there want to send me a hat, it's 75/8. Now I'm just messing with you.
Hey, I ain't got no shade size. That's all I got. Any kind of shades you want to send me, you can send me some shades there. I know people want to ban Gucci and Louis. I ain't banning them. You know what I'm saying? So anything you want to send me.
You want me to put your cash up on the screen?
Nah, that's big, man. That's big. Man, I ain't doing it there.
I
see people be doing all that for their birthdays and stuff like that. To me, that's tacky, man. I don't even want to do that there. I'm not that type of person.
You sure?
Sure. Shots fired. I hope ain't nobody get offended by it, but if you do, hey, that's the pay. That is what it is.
Look, but let's get right into it, man.
Let's get it.
So, man, I've been having some requests on some subjects. We've been talking a lot about women, which is cool. Today we're going to talk about the fellas.
Okay.
I had somebody that I know contact me, and they was like, they had a question. And their question was, why are black men the only men who talk about their own race, especially when they date outside their race? And I thought about it. I was like, yeah, that do happen a lot. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
Well, I got a homeboy. It's a guy I know. He's a black guy. He dates a non-black lady. Actually, I think he married her.
Okay.
But at every opportunity he has, he's always talking about black women, like real bad. Like, they the worst of the worst,
Right.
He constantly trashed them.
Right.
He cover all the bases from how they look to their attitudes, whatever it is, which, I don't think is called for. So, what you think about that?
I think, I ain't gonna say all black women, but maybe the ones he dated, in some kind of way he got dogged out so bad by these particular women, or feel like he got dogged out by these particular women, that instead of just bashing the women that he's dated and singled them out, I think as a whole now, he's bashing all black women. He feel like all of them are that particular way. So he got hurt bad somewhere down the line by a black woman.
Yeah, I think that he's scared of his grandma, his mama, his sisters, his female cousins. I think he got issues, But, I don't see that in other races. For instance, I got it's a white friend of mine. He watched the podcast. He had a little commentary about it the other day. But he's from South Carolina. Yeah, support. Thank you, bro. He's from South Carolina. So, he's a white boy. You know what I mean? He's not a black white boy. He's a white boy. But he's dated outside his race. And, each his own. That's what he liked. That's what he liked. But he eventually got married to a white lady. And they had kids and all that. And I sat and thought about it. I've never heard him say, man, these white girls, man, they trashy, bro. Like, I can't, their attitudes is terrible. Even though he liked dating, non-black, because he had all of them weren't black women that he dated. He dated a chick from Brazil, different type, different races of women. But I've never heard him say, man, I can't date no white girl, bro. She the worst. I got to go get me a non-white, she's terrible, so.
Now that you mentioned that, and I sit here thinking to myself, I'm trying to think, is there any other race of people that do that? And now that I'm thinking about it, our race seems like the only race to do that. I got multiple people that I know that date outside their race, Asian people, white people, Hispanics. And even Hispanics normally want their people to date in their culture, but they still don't go back and talk about their specific culture, even though they typically want to date in their culture. But as blacks, come to think about it, we are the only one that do that I'm come to think of it. We are.
Yeah, the only ones. I mean, it's crazy and bold with it.
Yeah.
Just, hey, man, I'm going to use this analogy.
Go ahead.
And I want you to be Carl in your response. Okay.
Not CL.
No, I want
Carl,
you to be
Carl.
CL Carl. You're the same person.
Okay.
But I want you to be authentically who you are.
Okay,
You know what
go
I'm
ahead.
saying? So I thought about it. So I'm going to use this analogy.
Okay.
LeBron James, right? He the black man.
Right.
Let's say the Cleveland Cavaliers is the black woman.
Okay.
Okay. He did good with her. They had a relationship. He leaves her to go to South Beach to be with
Yeah.
the white girl.
Well,
Miami
there's
Heat.
a bunch of them out there too.
Miami
Everything out
Heat,
there, a
yeah.
whole gumbo of motherfuckers.
He leave the black girl, Cleveland Cavaliers, and go be with the white girl, which is cool, each his own. But why you gotta talk about Cleveland when you leave, bro? You know, see, that's the problem I have. Now, he went back to the black girl, you know, Cleveland Cavaliers. You know, it's cool. He never mentioned, hey man, them white girls in Miami Heat,
Right.
you know, he terrible. He never said that. So he leave the black girl again and go to LA to the better white girl. You know, I'm not saying Miami the trailer park,
Yeah.
but he went to La La Land.
At Hollywood.
Yeah, and he still got something bad to say about the black girl, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
But
They never, you know, he never talk about the white girl, just the black girl.
But you just think about it. That black girl in Cleveland done something bad to him. You remember that black girl? Just say, for instance, I ain't gonna just say the black girl because everybody was doing it, but we gonna just use that analogy.
Yeah.
That black girl burnt his jerseys when he left. They ain't do that in Miami when he left. And if he leave LA, I'm pretty sure they ain't gonna do it. But that black girl burnt his jerseys, bleached his clothes, then went bone one of his homeboys when he left and everything. So that's why I think they kind of bitter toward the blacks, because that particular black person hurt them in such a way where that the other races ain't hurting them, and it still ain't no reason to run that way. I mean, to me, it's still some a whole bunch of women that's not that way. But in that particular situation, he was hurt so bad by what the black girl, so-called, what Cleveland done to him.
Right.
He just chose to go a different route,
Okay.
and I don't blame him.
Okay. All right. So I personally think that a majority of black guys, like you just said earlier, they hurt by black women in some kind of form or fashion, and that's the way they lash out.
Right.
But another thing I have with a lot of these black dudes, man, that go get white girls, man, you go and get Honey Boo Boo Mama, June.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't like you with you know, what's the chick name, the actor Aniston, Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, you're not with the Jennifer Anistons, man. You with June, Honey Boo Boo's mama. You know what I'm saying? So then you try to make her like she a black girl.
Yeah.
You know, make sure you get a tan. You go on vacation, you make her get braids in her hair. I mean, you know, you really, really, really want a black girl. You just can't handle it. So
Don't know how to handle them. See, a lot of them go for the easy way out. You go for the easy way out because those particular people not gonna have an opinion like a black woman. And the black woman ain't gonna let you get away with that bullshit that you're doing either. So they kind of take the easy way out and tend to go to the side that's a little more passive. It's gonna give them a little rope to go do what they want to do, but a sister gonna reel you back in.
well, it's almost like they talk bad about black women to try to convince us that it's nothing wrong with what they're doing. Well, we don't care.
Not
You
at
know,
all.
general public don't care, but it's apparently you feel some type of way about dating outside your race, so you feel like you have to tear down your race so it make it okay.
Yeah.
Well, partner, I'm just gonna let you know that's weak.
Yeah, I have no problem with anybody dating outside their race. I don't care what color it is, pink, brown, whatever color you do. You can date the whole rainbow, but don't down your own people. We got enough of everybody else trying to put us down than us putting each other down. So
Well, and here's the thing: if your partner is dating a non-black person, somebody outside of black race,
right,
and that's fine. You know, don't just sit and allow a black dude just talk about black women. Like we part of the problem too, because we make it
we are.
acceptable. You know what I'm saying? I married a strong black woman. You know, intelligent, all that. Her own family told me, man, I don't see how you put up with her, man. Her attitude, I didn't think her attitude was bad. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a strong grandmother,
right.
a strong auntie. You know, so that was normal to me. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, I couldn't see no other way. My kids' friends' mothers, some of them white. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
so docile. You know, and like you say, some people might want that. Not all, but most.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
was a big word you used right there. And I ain't know what that was, but now that you broke it down a little bit, I kind of understand what you said.
I mean, I do have command of the Queen's language.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I do use words.
Yeah, man. That was over my head, man.
That wasn't over your head, man. But anyway, man, let's get into your segment, man.
The bullshit, man.
Hey, I'm breaking in on this segment because I got to inform y'all about the segment. This CL segment, you know, he does all the research for this segment, and I never check behind him on his subject matter. But we shot the whole show. We had fun with it. CL was really informed. After it was over, somebody informed us, hey, that whole subject was fake. So you see the shenanigans I got to put up with CL. This is why I picked him as a co-host for We Are Famous. Hope y'all had a ball with it, laugh with us, and remember, We all famous. Bow.
I heard a little something about the Jerry Springer incident, man. He had some outside kids, some outside black kids. You know what I'm saying? He was in a whole relationship with a woman, and I think his current wife at the time was threatening, to expose it, but he chose not be in their life and not want to mess his career up.
John, Misha, I did a terrible, terrible thing for terrible reasons. I let fear and ignorance and, quite honestly, hatred keep me away from you and your beautiful, beautiful mother. And I've spent the last 26 years in complete and crippling shame. And it is still a drop in the bucket of the immeasurable amount of pain I have caused each of you. My wife learned of your arrival, Misha, and demanded that I cut you off completely. I tried to reason with her, but she threatened to expose my infidelity and my illegitimate children.
He was in politics at one time. He had a major career in the TV world, and now that he passed away, he left everything to those outside black kids.
Wait. So you mean to tell me you are the father?
Yeah.
That's some outside kids.
He the father, man.
And he was embarrassed. Oh man, come on.
And he made a statement that he was in love with the black woman. He tried to stay away, but he couldn't stay away from that. And that's a perfect definition. Once you go black, you can't go back. He went black, back and back and back and back again.
Yeah, and you let me hear the video and post a little bit of it. But I think I really feel sorry for his white kids, you know what I'm saying? Because they just got a house.
They told him to split it.
Yeah, they told him to split it, which I understand. But at the same time, man, Mr. You are the father could have handled his business a little bit better, man.
But he was in their life, their whole life.
Right.
And if they didn't get the blueprint on how to become rich or either be successful where you don't even need your daddy's estate, something wrong with you.
Let me ask you a question. What does Jeff Bezos' kids do?
I don't have no idea.
What does what's the dude on Microsoft?
But thing is, you put them on payroll. You put them on payroll and make them earn their keep. That's what you do.
Warren Buffett kids actually, they make money. They got their own careers. Even though they got a good start. Most of our kids don't. But look, man, Mr. Rest in peace.
Yes.
And it's good that you had a conscience and you took care of your black kids. I'm gonna pray for you white kids, man, because they gotta be mentally messed up.
I hope they ain't on
and I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at them. It's just this is why. This is why.
And they got to split a house. He say you can do whatever with the house here in New York, but all my assets, my residuals, my bank accounts, my other properties in Mississippi, everywhere he got to go to his black kids.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah. Well, hey man, good luck to all y'all. And, it's just ironic that the show he had was about infidelity and whose kids it is. Look, man, this has been a good show, man. Yeah. This is Simbo.
I'm your man, CL, man.
And we all famous.
Acer, no chaser. Yeah. Bitch, we told him